where we inspire you to love yourself. We inspire you to be the best version of yourself. This is a sisterhood that I created almost 3 years ago so that you can have a place to come where you can self heal. I could bring you some amazing people who will help you do that and work on that while enjoying yourself, having fun, and living a life that you want to live. So, I do this inspiration in 30 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. I know that's a little bit early for some of you guys, but it's just I got a lot of stuff to do, so I try to get it in when I can, and then in the evening time, I'm pretty, you know, I'm pretty out of it. But check this out, though, y'all. Before I get started with the message, look what I found. I found my certificate of baptism, and it made me smile because I actually remember this day. It was 1985. And before that, I used to go to church with this lady named Mildred in my building, right? Don't ask me why, but my mom let me go to church with her. And you know how they tell you to come up, to whatever. I hated going to church with her because she would stay like all day. Then they would take like a lunch break. I didn't have any money for no lunch or whatever. So she'll give me like 50 cents to go to the store. I get something to eat, but I'd be starving when I got home. But I remember when she told me to go up in front of the church and go ahead and do the little baptism thing. And so I did. And then when I went up there, we had a whole ceremony. My mom came and I got baptized. So this was when I got back. Yeah, was when I first returned, maybe like a year or so after I returned from California, from staying out there with my aunt and uncle. And I came back, and this is one of the things that I did. I went and I got baptized. So I was just looking at this and I'm like, man, you just never know, how life turns out, right? I came back from California from really not seeing my mom for a very long time to ending up going to church with some lady the neighbor who lived down the hall, to actually being baptized. And my mom was there. And I think she was the only one that was there. She never let us not be in different activities and participate in stuff. She was always supportive when she could be. It's just like everybody else. We always battle with something, right? But we love our family. We love our kids. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today when it comes to this concept of being, right? When it comes to this concept of being. And I'm going to be as honest as I can with you, because again, this year I really want you to get it, y'all. I won't even say like this year. From now on, from this place on. Hey, Khadijah, you see I got your shirt on today. You know, from this place on, because I want you to start to develop some good habits, because those are the things that really stop us, right? Our old habits. We love being comfortable. We don't like problems. We don't like to be disrupted. It makes us feel uncomfortable. We don't like to change that much, right? But I want you to stop talking about what you're trying to become. I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to become this business owner, this writer, this person, all of that. I'm trying, right? Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Be what you were created to be. Be who you want to be. Be who you are. Be who you want to be, right? You want to be an author, start writing every day, because that's what authors do. You want to be a business owner, then start doing business, because that's what business people do. You want to be the best mom in the world, figure out what that means for you and do that, right? Stop trying to become this thing, right? Stop trying to become this thing that you have no information about, that you haven't explored, that is all right here of what you think it should be. Just be. I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. I remember before my ex-husband proposed, right? Um, I was just saying to myself, I never knew that he was gonna like propose really or whatever, but I knew we was gonna be together, and I was okay with that. And I kept telling myself, like, what should a good wife be like, right? And I only had the stuff that was in my head and from what I saw and listening to music, right? You got to be dedicated. You got to, cook every day. You got to make sure the house is clean. You got to make sure all this stuff, right? So when we got married, I did just that, right? I was cooking every day. I was trying to keep the clothes clean. I was doing all these different things because that's what I heard being a good wife was. Now, nobody in my family was really like married. They was just together. You know what I'm saying? Like aunts and uncles, one of my aunts were married, they were together, but everybody else kind of just had somebody, right? And so I was so used to that. Well, I was like, it really doesn't matter if I get married or not. As long as I got somebody, I'm cool, right? But what my idea of marriage was is something that I read about and what I thought it was supposed to be. And so being that, right? Being that and trying to become this perfect little wife, it was not working for me. I realized that I love to cook, and I really didn't like cleaning up that much, right? The hardest thing for me, y'all, you know what the hardest thing for me was? Fuck, excuse me, I ain't want to curse. Freaking folding up clothes out the laundry, right? That was like the hardest thing for me. It's still hard for me. If you look at my apartment, you'll see that the clothes are clean, but you gotta fold them up, then put them away, right? Put them on hangers and all that stuff. So what I realized is the thing that I was trying to become was not me, right? Was not me. Oh my God. I had dreams of becoming this business owner. What the hell for? Right? Where when I was married, my husband thought I should work and be like his parents. They worked, they did everything together, so why not you work and I work? We put our money together and we make a household work. And I'm up there like, well, that's not me. I tried it, right? I did. Now I couldn't say that I gave it my best effort, but I did try it. I went out there, I got a job. I was doing Best Buy support and I hated it, right? And so I said to myself one day, I said, why don't I just be who I am, right? Why don't I just go ahead and just be who I am? And the first question I had to ask myself, well, what the hell is that? Because what I started to see was, the first way we figure that out is all the stuff that we don't like, right? And all the stuff that we don't want to do, right? Then after that, it's like, no, it's a little bit more than that. When you think about yourself and you think about your life, y'all, at this particular moment, what is it that makes you feel so good inside? What is those desires that you holding on to that you feel like you just can't let go? That's who you are. That is being, allowing yourself not to try hard to be something outside of who you really are. If you are not being who you know yourself to be, then stop doing that. Stop trying to become this thing because you heard that's the thing you need to become to be a good business person. And that's the good thing that you need to become to be this. When people ask you, who are you? Do you talk about all the things that you have become? Think about it, or became. So they say, hey, Lee, if I had to ask you who you are, who would you say you are? Do you do this? Oh, I'm a mom, I'm an auntie, I'm a lover of God. I'm, what they say, a black woman, I'm this, I'm that, you know, you start to run off all the things that make you up, but is that you? Yeah, I know you're black. Well, I don't know. You look black. I'm sorry. You know, I know you're a woman. I know you're a mom. You got kids. You got that. But who are you? Right? If I was to spend time with you, who would that person be that would be in front of me? Stop working hard trying to become something that you're not, because you will always be disappointed because you're trying hard, bucking against your own self, trying to be something that you know you're not, you don't like, but you pushing yourself anyway because you believe that's what you need to do. Gloria, you just told me to get out my comfort zone. Yes. Now I didn't tell you to be lazy, to stay comfortable, to do this. What I'm asking you is, Khadijah, when you look at yourself and you look at your morals and values and what you like, what gives you peace, what puts you in a state of joy, what is that? You would say, Gloria, being in my house, working on my stuff, you know, everything is silent. And I just got the time to think, be by myself, and work on myself. So I would say, well, Khadijah, for you, being peaceful is who you are, right? Kim, being joyful is who you are. Lee, being given, a given person is who you are. If that is the case, be that. Be that. Fight for that, right? Being generous, being loving. That's me. I'm a lover. That's just who I am. And I do loving things, right? Not to get attention, not to suck up to people, not to stand out. That's just who I am. I just be that. And the funniest question I get is, Gloria, why are you doing this? And it's like, that's just who I am. Don't sit up here and question why I think about you. I just thought about you, so I thought I would give you a call. I wanted to tell you that I love you today because you ran across my mind. I wanted to give you these flowers only because when I went to the store, they looked just like you. And it's like, no, I think you want something. I don't. I really don't. That's just me. That's just who I am. right? Well, Gloria, when I try to be the person that I am and try to take this mask off, people sometimes take advantage of that. I think at this point, we got enough discernment to know when we're being taken advantage of. And at the times that we don't, it should not change who you are. They just assholes. Those are people who don't know how to love, who are not grateful for the things that they have, right? They haven't figured out what they want for their life. But that should not stop you from being who you are. You want to become this person who is never going to get hurt again, who's strong, who's going to hold this wall up, who's going to do this because nobody is ever going to do this again. You're not fulfilling the destiny God gave you. That little bit of love that He put in you to give out into the world is what's needed. That gratefulness, that peace, that love, that everything that you have. The reason why you have it is to use it because somebody else needs it. How they receive it is on them, y'all. It's on them. You can't control none of that. Right? I saw this thing just before I got on with Snoop Dogg. I don't know if y'all saw it right here on Facebook where he was like, it was like scandals and everything coming out about about him cheating on his wife and how their relationship was. And the one thing that he said, at some point I had to wake up because the industry that I'm in is so surrounded around temptation where you're looking at what your homies got, you're looking at all this stuff that you got. And even though I got a girl at home that I love, I didn't want to look like a sucker or fool or whatever in front of my friends. So I had to go out and do what they were doing. And then when the scandal's coming out that I'm cheating and I got all these, girls around me and everything, my wife, she wouldn't say nothing. She wouldn't say a thing. And I always wondered why she wouldn't say nothing. And then one day I just woke up. And I just said to myself, she was being her true self the whole time. If you want to go out there and you want to do what you want to do, you want to have all these girls and do whatever, that's on you. If you believe that you're going to have a better life out there with those people, I'm going to sit and give you time. She got patience like a mother because that's who she is. People called her silly, said that she's a fool, that she needs to go ahead and leave, file for divorce. But you can't talk about what God has given some people. She had patience. She had dedication that was in her. That's who she is. He woke up and realized it. And now they tight. Now the point of that story is she knew who she was, he didn't. The people that we interact with, most of the time, ladies, they don't know who they are. They're not walking the same journey as you. That's why God gave you a special gift. Because when you run into people like that, that's where you exercise your superpower. That's where you exercise your superpower. You in the midst of chaos, but God gave you the ability to have peace. You got to be that in order for things to calm down. If you sitting up here like, hell no, and da, 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 and I'm not going to do this, and this, you just falling into the chaos, right? Stop trying to become something that you're not. How is it working for you so far? Stop trying to be this person that you know you're not. You cry a lot, then cry because it makes you feel good. Lord, I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of being this Debbie Downer. I really want my life to take off. I really want my life to go in a different direction. That is very easy. Do you know what you do to do that? Stop doing what you're doing now. Make a decision to stop doing what you're doing now, and your life will change. Your life can change right now. Make a decision. Things are not working out for me. I am trying, Gloria. I'm trying to be the best person that I can be. I'm working on my business. I'm working on my job. And it's like all of these hurdles. The reason why you have hurdles is because you never done it before. You need to grow. You need to get more muscle. So it's going to hurt, right? Can you cry and complain and do all that? Yeah, you can if that's what you want to do, but still continue to build those muscles because eventually you're going to stop crying, right? My grandmother would say something that I want to say to y'all, which is very simple. She said, the pain will leave if you just let it go. Ain't that some shit? The pain will leave if you just let it go. It's so hard to let go, Glow. Yeah, because it's so easy to stay in it. Because you can't fathom in your mind why people will hurt you, why people will do something to you. You don't deserve what happened to you. You can't forgive the things that happen. So you holding it in your mind. It is stopping you, ladies, from being who you are, right? You're not that hard ass that you keep telling yourself you are. You're just doing that because you are afraid to be hurt. You are not lazy and don't feel like doing anything. You just can't figure out what direction you want to go in. You need to organize yourself a little bit better, right? You're not a fool for staying around and sticking around. You know your situation. If it's good for you and you believe that you can stick it out because you have the patience to, then try it. If you know it's tearing you down and it's not getting any better, then have the courage to leave, right? Easier said than done? Absolutely. You know why? Because change is difficult. Change is difficult. It makes your stomach hurt. You get anxiety. You get depressed. You get all that stuff because you've lost something. You're in grieving mode. You're in grief. When things happen to us in our lives, like divorce or anything catastrophic, we don't grieve it. We just get this hard shell and then we just go along with it and say, oh, well, this is the life we got. Not understanding that the grief is coming out in different ways, right? We acting out, we drinking, we doing all this stuff. Just be who you are, please. At this point in our lives, I know I'm 43. Some of you guys are a little bit older than me, probably same age or a little bit younger, right? At this point in our lives, does it really matter what people think? I know for me, hell no, right? And as we get older, doesn't it become easier to make decisions about what we like and what we don't like? What we going to tolerate, right? The first thing that we say is like, look, I ain't tolerating that shit no more. When I was younger, I did that, right? How many times we say that? When I was younger, I did that. Right now, I ain't got the patience, right? As we get older, we start not to care. We start not to care. That's why they say it's hard to change a man in his old age, a woman in their old age, because they already stuck in their ways, right? But how about we try this? If we are in a position where we can be who we want to be, how about we try that? Being that person for the week. You know who I am? I'm a lover. I love love. I love being in love, right? Killer. I love being in love. And that's cool for me, right? Killer, can you stop? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not afraid on the friendship level to get my heart broken. You guys know I'm afraid on a relationship level, but that doesn't mean I don't try, right? Doesn't mean I don't try. Doesn't mean that I don't go out there and see because I'm not going to stop myself. Now I know I get nervous when I'm like, ugh, I hope this person don't try to get too close. But I had self-awareness. I just continue to remind myself, like, Glow, stop trying to put up walls and become something that you know you're not. Stop trying to find everything wrong with somebody because you are afraid. Stop saying you don't need this. Be who you are. And even though it's scary, I still do it. And that's what I tell you. Even though it's scary, still do it because you only afraid of how people will react to you. And you don't want who you are to be questioned. But we go about it the wrong way. If God gave you the gift, use it. It doesn't matter what they think. Those who don't want it, they'll move out the way. Those who do, they'll come to you. Okay? So stop trying to become, stop trying to do all this stuff and just be who you are. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Stop holding up these walls because you think they keeping you safe. They're not. You are so exposed. It's crazy. Just be who you are. Okay? I love y'all. I gotta go. Um, we trying to go to Florida, y'all, and hang out. I told you they planning the Selfish Retreat. We trying to go to like Miami or something like that. But we need to know when, because it's so hard to plan, because the we was thinking May, like for like Mother's Day and all that stuff. But May is so much stuff going on. You got Mother's Day, Memorial Day, and a whole bunch of graduations. So we don't want y'all to go ahead and have to pick and choose and say you can't come or whatever. So right now on the books, we're trying to think June, if we can do maybe like the early part of June, and then July you can have your vacation with the family in July. I don't know. The hardest thing for me is because I'm single, I can get up and go anytime. So we're trying to plan around the whole thing of, should we wait to after Mother's Day, the holiday, and the graduations? You know what I'm saying? Like, is May a bad month? Should we put it in June and then just kind of chill? We know it's March, so April is not gonna work. You know, so right now we got June, and then August the kids go back to school. So y'all be focused on that. So I'm gonna let them work that out. I don't, really get into that. They do all their research and let me know. But the whole thing is that I want to go someplace where we can just like have a good time. And I know we did it in Atlanta, we did it in Pittsburgh, but I want to go to Miami in June. We got the beach, y'all. We got restaurants. We got good looking dudes. If you married, I mean, you do you, right? Don't come out with us, okay? And we got, like music, dancing, all kind of stuff. So I wanted to do it someplace like that, right? Where we can work on ourselves, we can hang out, and we can just have a good time and like bond and everything. So the information should be coming out. They should have it out this week. So y'all let me know what works for y'all. I'm gonna ask them to put a survey out there, and then we can see how we could plan our trip. Okay. All right. I love y'all.